Here we are again.
Hello.
With my friend Sam. What is this doing here on the table? Jesus Christ. Can anybody get it right? Generation Gap. We are back, baby. Hey, welcome back to the Generation Gap podcast. I'm Jason Collings.
I am Sam Hershgold.
And of course, with us, as always, my wonderfully handsome, beautiful twin brother producing the shows, David. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up?
We can actually hear you now. We can hear you
good.
now.
You look good.
What's up, man? So, how was your week, Sam?
Yeah, it was great. I actually had a great week. But I spend my time kowtowing and tiptoeing to the Beverly Hills Elite for their chicken Caesar wraps and their $17 matchas.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. A 16-year-old called me just to my face.
Say it. Don't hold back anything.
Well, they were just like, "You're a motherfucker," and I was like,
to your face?
Yeah.
Was this a customer or
Yeah.
a customer's child?
I mean, either. I don't care. It made me blindingly mad. I have
she or he?
Someone. It was a he. It was a little kid, and I'm at the little bar area, and he just comes, and I had no idea. I was just dropping something off, and he comes running up, and he goes, "No one told me that picking up to-goes is in the hallway." And I was like, "Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, it's in the hallway." And
A kid?
Goes, yeah, couldn't have been over 18. And he goes, "Yeah, you motherfucker," and he walked away, and I was just like, "This rules."
I mean, he's not wrong, but damn.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the entitlement of these young peoples these days.
Oh yeah, and then I got in trouble because
you're a motherfucker.
Because I'm a motherfucker. Well, no, I just said you gotta be nice, man. And then he like went.
Wait, you said that?
Yeah, I was like, come on,
and
be
you
nice.
got in trouble.
Well, then my boss said that she goes, "Sam, you know you're in control of your own emotions," and I said, "You don't know me."
I'm Clammy Sammy.
I'm Clammy Sammy, and boy, oh boy, are we here to rock.
I tell you this, I have emotions.
They're there.
A lot of them.
They're there.
I'm not in all control over not a single one of them.
I have cracky psoriasis skin, and the emotions seep out of it like lava.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
Hey guys, happy Halloween. This is coming out next week, so it's gonna be a week or so away from Halloween.
What'd you do on Halloween?
I handed out candy.
Cute.
Did
you dress up?
No, I do. I have a Halloween costume that I wear every year. Everybody gets mad when I say it.
It's the Michelin Man.
Man,
What?
no padding needed.
None.
Dick.
Yeah.
No, I dress as my brother. Every year I dress as my twin brother, David Collins, for Halloween. So I have a free costume every year.
But you open the door and it's just a billowing cloud of weed smoke.
And
You're like, "Oh, what's up, guy? Oh, today's Halloween? Get out of here!"
My brother and his wife. You remember the scene in Fast Times when they all piled out of the van? That's you and Becca.
Yeah, we like the green.
You like the devil's lettuce.
I go as you. I just carry a mic.
You go as me?
Yep, that's it.
Carry
Just
a mic.
microphone.
Yeah. And then you have some teenager behind you going, "Jason, where are your coattails? I'd like to jump on them, please."
Is that you, Sam?
Yes.
Nice. Here's what I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was home alone. Well, my son was home, but he doesn't give a shit about Halloween anymore. He's an older guy. He was in the backyard working out. So I'm sitting on the front porch. I'm sitting on the front porch, and I'm sitting on my stoop, and I have the bowl of candy in my lap. And whenever kids would walk up, I would let them take the candy. And then I thought, is that creepy? Just a 54-year-old guy alone on the front porch?
No.
Why did I have it in my lap?
I was going to say, are they reaching in or are you handing it? There's a huge difference between here's a piece
a couple
and
of them
why
reached.
don't you take a piece?
A couple of them reached. But what I did is here's the thing. I leaned back to not be creepy. Whenever they would reach in the bowl, I would lean back and I would put my hands behind interlock my hands behind my finger like this. And whenever they would grab the can, I go, "Yeah, that's a good one."
You know the only thing.
No, I didn't do that.
You know the only thing that would make that better is a tattooed Hispanic man lifting weights 10 feet away from you.
Are you talking about my son?
Yeah.
No, what I
Hey,
did
you want
was
an almond
whenever they would walk up, I would lift the bowl and I would hold it out.
Yeah.
And I would say, "Go for it." And the kids were this year, I had mostly, almost all, actually all the kids were really sweet, even the older ones. Sometimes the older kids can be little assholes, like, yo, what's up? And trying to be funny, and everybody thinks they're a comedian now and as a teenager. But they were all so nice, and the kids were so cute. Trick or treat, happy Halloween. And this one kid goes, can I get 2? And I went, yes.
Yeah. What kind of candy you rocking?
Oh, dude. Apples slices.
Yeah.
God, toothpaste.
Doing apple slices.
Raisins.
Yeah. What I do is I go to the travel size aisle at CVS and just stuck up on toothpaste and shampoos. And that's what they get. I'm like, trust me, kids, it's going to come in handy. No, I'm the good candy. I do Hershey's. I do Reese's. I do Twix. I do Kit Kat. Rolos. Almond Joys. Don't sleep on Almond Joys.
I just started getting into Almond Joys literally last
They're so
week.
good.
They're great.
And
You get one almond. I like the consistency.
Is there coconut in there?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The coconut in a chocolate bar. It's really good by
You've gone
far.
too far.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like a
50 years ago, millionaire.
Yes, dude. A millionaire. 50. Was that 50? Has Almond Joy been around for more than 50 years?
Probably. I would say that's early. That's
Is that-
early candy.
David, is that sometimes you feel like a nut? Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy.
I always feel like a nut.
Mounds don't. It was Mounds and Almond Joy. I always thought it was about bisexuals.
Sam always feels like a nut.
Yeah, there's 2 rays of that one.
Yeah. Sam, I always feel like a nut on my chin.
I just
Hey.
never remember if they're Hershey's or Mars.
Typing in all caps. Love it.
The three big, that's the big threes, right? You got Hershey's, Mars, and Wonka.
Almond.
Almond Joy and Mounds.
Almond
No,
Joy.
we have to do because that's the song.
Yeah.
It was about the 2 of them. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Almond Joy.
Yeah, see, I missed this. I think they stopped doing jingles for me.
Okay. I got to accept all cookies here.
I don't even know what that means. What are cookies? What are the cookies for?
I think when Mom used
young
to
guy.
bake those round paste kind of things and they had chocolate chips in them.
Those
sometimes.
are, yes, physical cookies. So whenever I see that as a middle-aged person, accept cookies, I'm always like, yes.
Yeah.
Is that a wrong thing to do?
I think all it is just
Hershey.
some sort of data
Hershey's.
that they keep track of, like what you're doing on the site, so that when you go back, they have like a better idea of what you want.
Why do I feel like you made that up?
No,
Is that a real thing?
Cookies.
Now
It's
does that follow you everywhere? Like,
think so.
does that site follow everything I'm doing?
I have no idea.
So does Almond Joy now know about my love for porn?
I didn't know you liked coconut. That's gross,
Yeah,
man.
Dude, in that setting, it's great. I don't know if I'm going to eat a coconut.
Wait, what? You guys don't like coconut?
Next time you're going to come over, I'm going to have one of those coconuts as a drink with a straw. Dude, it's coconut water.
I love coconut.
Of course you do.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's-
Girl Scout cookies. What are the Samoas? The Samoas.
Don't
Yeah,
fuck
those
with
are
those.
the ones I don't
You don't
like.
fuck-
See,
Why?
okay, you're talking about
Well,
Girl
yeah,
Scout
because you
cookies.
guys probably like black licorice.
No, gross.
Yeah, you know what your face screams? Good and plenty.
Good and plenty?
You got a good and that's what I'm gonna start calling you two idiots.
Good, that's a rap
Good
duo.
and plenty.
Dude,
Yeah,
rap
good and
duo.
plenty.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
what's-
well, I'm
that's-
good.
And I'm plenty.
And I'm
Together, we
leaving.
getting all that knit, something itty, flitty. God damn,
Bitty,
I tell
bitty,
ya.
bitty.
We ain't Diddy. Phew. Wonka. See, when we were kids and we watched the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I didn't know that. I thought that was a made-up thing. It's a real company. They make nerds.
Yeah.
What came first, Wonka or the Nerds?
What came first, the company or the fucking
The movie.
movie or the book?
The book.
So it's after the book.
Someone licensed the name, obviously. to-
Okay, I don't know things about it.
Who wrote the book? Was that Roald Dahl?
Who?
Roald Dahl.
See, I'm with two guys that read. You guys don't understand. I don't read.
Roald Dahl. I think
don't
Roald
even-
Dahl did the James and the Giant
Yeah.
Peach.
I don't even. Oh, that's it. My sons love that one. Of course, my son's name is James, but the James and the Giants Peach cartoon
Terrifying.
was awesome.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Wonka also
is,
terrifying.
sorry to interrupt. Wonka is licensed by Nestle.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the movie's not. The movie's not based off a real guy named Willy Wonka and his magical chocolate factory. Oh shit. Okay, sorry, man. I thought that was real. Damn, dude, I'm an idiot.
Who was the first Wonka? You're gonna.
Gene Wilder.
Thank you.
He was great.
Gene Wilder, and then Johnny Depp, and then that kid Harry Styles.
Timothy
Chalamet.
I get that a lot. I get told I look like him a lot.
Oh, you look like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like
you look.
low
yeah.
rent.
Did he
diet-
do Dylan?
diet
Was he
Chalamet.
was he Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Neat.
Young, shaggy white guy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Sammy. Sammy Clammy.
Clammy Sammy.
Sammy's just always perpetually looks like a hockey rookie.
Dude, that's so funny.
You know why you look like a rookie? Because you still have your teeth.
Yeah, so I at a show the other day, the headliner turned to me and he goes, "You look like a minor league pitcher with a high ERA."
Who is this?
Oh, I
He was
forgot
the
his name.
headliner or the guy
Yeah,
going
he's
on
the
last?
headliner. He roasted me for like 30 minutes. It was like almost his entire
Did you
set
go
was
on?
making fun of me. Yeah, I went up after a guitar comic.
That's fun.
Yeah, guitar comic whose big hit song was about the dating apps. And then I had to follow, and
Original.
it took me a second. But I think I did well. And yeah, and then afterwards the guy just got up and then he just roasted me for half an hour.
You know, it's such an advantage for them because not only especially if they're funny, because there's a lot of guys out there.
He was funny. I liked it.
There's a lot of talented. What's the guy's name? Jay Morgan. What's his something? He's really funny, but he does guitar humor.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jay Morgan Jay or something.
Morgan Jay.
Yeah,
Fucking
he's really
great.
funny, and he's very nice.
So now he has and he's not a bad looking guy. So he's got so much going for him.
It was like Schwartz or something. We talked about him. He's like he teaches crowd work stuff at Flappers.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He teaches crowd work?
He teaches crowd work at Flappers. But
That's
he was
got to
very
be
nice.
the shortest class.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here's what happens. Talk to him. All right, that'll be $500 for the next 6 weeks.
He was very good. He was very funny. I forgot his name.
I would love to see what a crowd work class consists of. Are they telling you to like write jokes and have a bank of jokes for certain situations that happen in the audience?
You know what's not in that class? A crowd.
Yeah, it's not a crowd.
Well, what I notice what you do is what I appreciate is you have a joke ready for whatever you're. I mean, this is gonna sound so.
I'm a
dumb.
genius, dude.
You're a genius, but you're very good at going from crowd work right into a joke.
Yes.
Which is.
And it's a lie. Here's why. I've got so much material now, and also if you listen to my material, it's very conversational. It sounds like I'm just talking on the fly, but it's written material. And so when certain things, I did a show Saturday night. You know, I have like at least a half hour on French Bulldogs, which is crazy. Like when I get stuck on a subject, I can go forever. Like when I started talking about airline stuff, I ended up 30 plus minutes on the airline material I had. Then I started talking about my French Bulldogs.
And then it turned into 1993.
Then it turned into 93. And people are like, what are you talking about? You know, fucking airplane food. Fucking flight attendants. But then I started talking about, anyways, the show that I did Saturday night, and you clock the audience. Like I look around and I see what's going on. And there was a guy at the bar who had a French Bulldog with him.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was the cutest little French Bulldog. So I was like,
oh, there you go. Oh, you're going, cool. We're just getting paid. Like,
yeah.
We're out, dude.
But you tweak it a little bit because the jokes that the bit that I do about my French Bulldogs is I say, so when my son moved out the first time, he thought he could take care of another living thing. Mm-hmm. So he got a puppy. So now I have, and then I go, if you've never seen it, and I start explaining French Bulldog. So now I have to kind of change it because there's one there. I can't go, oh, what a coincidence. There's one there. So I did the bit where I talk about the room. When I say I have.
Yeah, when you first did that, it was one of those things where like it happens sometimes when you're watching something or somebody, or you hear something and you're like, I wish. You get mad at it because you're like, fuck, I wish I did that.
So, Dave, if you know what I'm talking about, what I do is when I do certain rooms, I go, listen, guys, I'm a very high maintenance comedian. I have a lot of requirements if I'm going to do the show.
And then you describe.
And then I start saying things in the room. And at this one, I said, I want this and I want that and da-da. And I go, and there better be a guy dressed like he's on the Dodgers with a French Bulldog at the bar. And the place went nuts because I guess the guy's a regular. And then that kind of took me into, I have one of those. And then blah, 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 went to the material. But it's kind of crowd work. It's the kind of crowd work I like because I'm doing it. But the one, we talked about it because the one I don't like is when you decide to just interview an audience member until something comes
then
up.
what ends up happening is that the audience member ends up being funnier. That's always my favorite, when you see it and the audience member is funny.
That I've seen happen so many times. Who's the comedian? I want to say their name because I'm a piece of shit, but I can't remember who it is. And it was several examples in this one night where the guy would go to the crowd and without fail, the person in the audience was funnier than him. And they were getting the big laughs. And I'm like, that guy should be getting a check. That guy's getting a check.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do, I mean, I
What do you think of crowd work? I know you're afraid of it. I know that, it's just like you're afraid of your own shadow.
Well, I still think that if I'm like developing the skill of it, you need space. I'm not doing, unless I'm doing,
right.
Unless I'm on the road with you, which I wouldn't do crowd work anyway because I'm your feature.
But if you asked me, I'd say yes.
Right, but then you would have to play janitor as I'm like getting.
Well, then I'd have to go up and show you how it's really done.
Yeah, but I don't really have I mean,
how it's really done. Hold on, let me get a sound effect.
No, you can do a better one.
Nah, that's money, dude.
Okay, yeah, hated everything.
My shit is
about
money.
That.
Here's inside Sam's head when he's listening to my comedy.
Yeah, I still have yet to lean into like the riff side, I guess. My brain goes rely on the writing.
Right, and you're right though to not waste the time that you're given on stage.
I think that's what the point. That's what I
Yes.
was getting at. Is like I'm doing 8 to 12 minutes. If I go up and I'm trying to just like mess around, I'm like, no, there's stuff I want to get good at. I want to tighten up the set.
Yep. But if you have more time to stretch your legs, and also. There are times that call for it, that you need to do it. Like if something so obvious in the audience happens and you just ignore it, that's just way more awkward.
I've been closing out this show in Oceanside, and I had a guy come from the bar. It's like a little jazz bar. Shout out Kyle Dean.
Kyle Dean in the heels.
This old guy just comes from the jazz bar at the front, and he comes down, and I'm doing well, and he comes to the front and stands in front of me with his back to me and starts going, oh, bah, 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 bah. And then I just, you gotta, snap and lean into him. But then this is what I did. It got a laugh, but I felt I should have, like later on, I was just like, man, I shouldn't have been so mean to that guy.
Right. See, that's what I was going to say. I go, so many people would immediately go, what a piece of shit. Who the fuck? But then you're like, what's going on in his life?
Yeah.
What's going on in his world and his life?
I was like, hey, man, what are you doing? Come on. And then he turns around and he goes, your grandma sucks cock. And I went, both of my grandmas are dead, and their last words were, your dick sucks, homie. And,
That's good.
Yeah.
But
good. Then I railed into him a little bit. I said grown men shouldn't wear teal.
I've worn teal.
Yeah.
I've worn teal in front of you, and you made fun of me.
Wait, you're wearing teal right now.
I showed up wearing teal one time when Sam and I were going to do a show together, and he did that thing that you want to kill somebody when they do, and you're like, what do you think of this? And they're like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Well, we figured out, all of your friends figured out the one thing. There is one thing. You are usually infallible. Unflappable, some could say. There's one thing that we all figured out we could do that would genuinely get into your head before a set.
The clothing.
It's as you're going up, you stop and go, oh, so you're actually going to do the jacket.
Yes.
And then they go, Jason Collings, everybody.
and I walk up going, well, should I be wearing this jacket? Do I look stupid in this jacket? Yeah, that one kills me. But I was wearing teal one night, and you're like, what are you going golfing? You said something about a dad thing. It was a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well, okay, but I love crowd work. And if you can do it, like we were talking about Rory.
So I'm glad
Rory's
you said
great.
I love crowd work, because I was going to ask you, what do you think of crowd work?
I think it's great. I mean, if you're killing...
Right.
I don't know, I'm way too early into this I feel bad having an opinion about stuff like this because I'm so early on. My brain
But you're
is just
allowed
like,
to have an opinion. You're a fan of comedy. You know what you like. You know what you think is funny.
if you're killing, great. Like, that's awesome. That's good. I see a lot of people at my level are afraid that people before them are killing. When I see that, my brain just goes, fucking ride this, dude.
Ride the wave.
Like,
Yeah.
I see it as almost like, okay, now you gotta just do what you can to catch that.
Yeah.
And it, like, but when I really first started doing shows, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get buried. You saw that a little bit too when I first moved here, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But now it's you just learn, like, that's you learn.
Yep. You live and learn. And the thing is, you're right that if the person in front of you is killing, the audience is so happy.
Yeah.
But where our insecure brains go is like, they like him so much, they're gonna hate me.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
which
how many
that's
times,
not the case.
How many times have you seen somebody wherever you are completely different? It takes 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a punchline or two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Eliza goes up at the Improv, murders, and then Jesselnick goes up at the Improv right after her, and you're like, whoa, murders. Granted, they're professional, famous comedians. So
And they've been there. They know how to do that.
Yeah.
They know exactly how to do that.
I love, there are a lot of people out there that are very, very good at it. And my thing is like, that's just part of, that
And
is
that's
an aspect of it.
But for a lot of comics, it's their whole act.
Yeah.
Like we know guys that are fucking geniuses at that shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something to you about that, kind of in the theme of generation. When you were first starting, because I've been with you since the beginning, the crowd work thing was a thing that only certain guys would do, and it was almost like no one else would even kind of.
That was their thing.
Yeah, and now it's to where now everybody does it, and now someone's teaching classes. And
It's because of TikTok. It's because of the social media, because people love a train wreck, number one. So most of the time, most of these clips that got famous are from people doing crowd work on social media where they were roasting somebody. They're literally roasting somebody in the audience.
Yeah.
And people just want to see people get roasted.
Well, now I've seen it happen to you a few times where somebody so badly, I'm sure you see it all over the place, but somebody so badly wants to obviously be a part of the show. I've had people even, like, the last show that I did, I didn't get heckled, but the guy who heckled came up to me afterwards and we were just talking and I was like, hey, what do you do? And he just goes, I was just trying to help out.
Oh, that's the one.
I was just trying to help out.
They think
Just trying to help him.
And there was a time up until very recently that I was like, "Fuck you, dude. You're not.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm doing." But now I'm like, you know what? Don't get mad, because guess what? They don't know any better. It's different if they knew better. Like here's when it pisses me off, when I know they know better. When I'm doing a show and there's some other comedians in the room that have gotten drunk and now they're heckling as comics.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of comedians that forget the etiquette of a show. Oh yeah, wow. Or they interrupted on purpose, on accident. I'm gonna shout out our buddy Hans Hilton. So I did a show recently with Hans, and twice during my set, and I'm talking about Hans, and he'll admit this is true. Twice during my set, I had to stop, turn to him, and go, Hans. I could hear he was talking and laughing with his friends in the back, so loud because he was drunk. Which, hey, bud, I got drunk with you later. But, you know, there was sometimes where you just like, okay, we got to let him know. And he's a sweetheart. He wasn't doing it on purpose, but like, bro, you got to know better. And now, you know, and of course I called him out on it while I was on stage, which was funny. And he handled it great. But yeah, there's those situations. Or there's the situation of just talking. Comedians talking. A show I did the other night. One of the comics on the show sat in the audience after her set and then started just texting. So when I look out into the audience while I'm trying to do my job, all I see is this person with their phone out, just looking down at their phone. In the audience, not paying attention to the show, which, fine, do that, but do it to the side. Go to like a comedian's table off to the side. You're in the showroom. That's kind of rude as a comic. But if that wasn't a comedian, I would be like, they just don't know any better. Because what we forget, because we're in these rooms every night and this is what we do, we think everybody else should know exactly what we know, and it's just not how it is. People don't know any better. There was a guy, I did the Laugh Factory in Long Beach this weekend, and there was a comedian's worst nightmare of a heckler. What would you say that is?
Just drunk, wanting to fight.
Here's what it is. No, drunk wanting to fight is fine because I know what you're about. You're a piece of shit.
Right.
The worst heckler for a comic is the supportive heckler. The heckler that fucking loves everything you're saying, but has to talk every point and repeat what you're saying and
I've
say.
been there. I know that.
Dude, you're heckling, but you're being so nice.
And then if you the second you go, I'm gonna need you to shut up.
Now
and
you
be
lost
quiet.
it.
Now everyone.
And
hates
you know my story about that happened to me in Arizona, and the guy ended up throwing a beer at me while I was on stage. They went from like loving me. You never heard this story? Okay, so I did a show in where were we? Scottsdale, Arizona. There was a club there. I don't know if it's still there. It may not be there anymore. Called Stand Up on the Comedy Spot. That's what it was called. The Comedy Spot in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the way that the club is set up, it's like the Improv. You know, when you walk into the Hollywood Improv, there's a front bar. A lot of clubs have this. You walk in, there's a front bar, and then you got to go through this front bar, and it's kind of like a holding area for the audience while they're setting the room up, and then you go back into the room. Well, the way this club had it set up is they took everyone's tickets, they loaded everybody into this bar, and then when the showroom was ready, they let everybody go into the showroom. Now, mind you, when they're at the bar, what do you think they're doing? They're buying drinks. They're getting drinks. And then once you go into the showroom, kissing and
Touching.
kissing.
Just kiss it.
Touching.
Sam's fucking fantasy
Kissing.
because he's never been kissed or touched.
Call me Drew Barrymore.
What?
What?
Stupid. Now I lost my track. Oh,
Never been
so they
Is that Jimmy Fallon?
never been kissed.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
No, I'm
I
thinking
don't
of
watch
Taxi.
movies. Oh, you're with Latifah.
Yeah.
This will be an everlasting. Remember when they were singing it in the car?
I've
You
never
don't
seen it.
remember, anyways.
It's a blockbuster. Are you kidding me?
It's a blockbuster. Yeah, we did. It was huge. So that's how this club is set up. So everybody's at the bar waiting to go into the show, and they're buying drinks. Then they go into the showroom, and in the showroom there's a 2-drink minimum. So you have to get 2 more drinks. So they've been drinking. So now remember there's 2 shows. So that show lets out this couple, and they're letting the next group of people for the second show into that bar area. But this couple stays, and they come up to me, and the guy's like, "Hey, man, I just wanted to know, we enjoyed the show so much, we just bought tickets to the second show." And most people go, "That is so nice." But because I've been there, in my head, I started doing the alcohol math. I was like, drinks before, drinks during, now drinks before the second
What
show.
kind of couple were they?
What do you mean? What kind?
Describe, like, are they
Man and a
swingers?
woman.
Man and a woman. Well, yeah, exactly. Vibe. Swingers. Are we talking Monster Energy drink neck tattoos?
No,
I've never
like
been to Arizona.
small, like small world, small. They don't really think much past the tip of their own nose. They think their world is the world. It's a whole thing, you know. It goes to a lot of the reasons why I don't like people.
Sure.
So there, I'm like, oh, great, thank you guys. And now they're drinking again in the front bar because the show hasn't let in, and now the show's letting in, and now they're drinking during the show. Remember, I'm headlining, so I'm going last.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I get on that second show, they're front row, and they're wasted. And it's that shit you said, kind of supportive in their heckling.
Yeah.
But like their heckling's really drunk bad, like dumb drunk, like like the scream laughs are so distracting that the audience is feeling uncomfortable. Like people aren't watching me. I'm looking at everybody going like looking side-eyeing them, and I'm like, now they're the fucking show.
And they just saw your set. So
And they
know
just
what's
saw my
coming.
set. And that's another thing they don't understand. Like, I'm going to change it up a little bit, guy. And, I'm not going to change it up a lot, but now I kind of have to because Dumb and Dumber got, tickets to the second show. So, and the security, this is a huge problem in comedy clubs. If you're listening, club managers, keep your security working. Make them do their job. The security's not doing anything. And it's this giant man in the back just looking at me. Like, I'm not the security here, guys. I'm the comedian. You're the security. But of course, they're waiting for me to give them some sort of signal. And it's gotten too much. And it's gotten too much. And I finally was like, hey, guys, thank you so much, but you got to chill out. Ah, come on. Now you're calling them out, so I'm the asshole. Right? They wouldn't stop.
We were just laughing.
He's got a full glass of beer on his table, sitting in the front row. Tiny stage, no bigger than this desk. And I'm just going, okay. So finally I went, look, man. And I motioned to the security. I go, they got to go. And then the audience was like, yeah, they got to fucking go.
Yeah.
Because it was distracting. It was ruining the whole show. Now, mind you, these people loved me in the first show so much they bought tickets to the second show. And now they're like, fuck you. I'm like, yo, you guys are just too much. And they're like, yeah. And then he's going, you know what, dude, you fucking suck. You're not funny anyway.
We just spent $430 on you, dude.
He says it so loud. You aren't funny. And the audience went, ooh, because everybody likes a fucking train wreck. And I was like, what you guys don't understand is that these assholes bought tickets to the first show, enjoyed it so much they bought tickets, and then the audience started laughing and cheering and laughing at them. And the guy's like, you fucking suck. And the bouncer's like, you got to go. And as he's standing them up, the guy quickly grabs the beer and throws it. And we're as close as I am to you, Dave. Throws it right at my fucking head. I had to matrix that shit. I leaned to the side. It hits the logo of the comedy club is like this. It's on the wall. It hits it and shatters. It was like out of a movie. I couldn't have planned it even any better.
God,
but yeah,
recorded that.
they assaulted me. They tried to assault me.
Are you okay?
I'm good now. But yeah, I had a heckler do that in LA at 3 clubs. I had a heckler from the back row throw an ice cube at my face. But thank God I was wearing glasses. It hit my lens.
It turns out it was just Bobby Lee.
It was just Bobby Lee, dude. But yeah, that was a nightmare heckler. going from we love you to hate you. Like,
And we have them here. If you guys want to come in now, please.
that would be amazing. I'd be like, Sam, you're incredible. Your production skills are insane. And it's them. Hello, we remember you.
My first job as I was graduating and right after, because I really started killing it immediately, was
Yeah, dude.
I was bartending at this club in Manhattan, and they have the front bar, everyone hangs out, showroom in the back, and there's a little bar this big in the back. And one of my favorite things was when somebody it'd fill up 120 seats. Someone would be just bombing.
Oh, of course.
Bombing. But then I'd still have to make drinks. And so they would be
Dude.
bombing, and then you would just hear.
Did you do it on purpose?
Kind of, yeah. Which is shitty. I shouldn't have. But
Oh my God.
you hold, and you wait for them to start talking. Hold. No left. You gotta stir drinks. You gotta pop. Like
That's the worst when you're at a bar. That's one of those "How's your career going?"
Yeah.
moments. When you're just in your zone, and one of the things I like to do during my set is I like to bring the audience to silence, and they're just listening to me because I'm building up to the next thing, and then in the middle of that, just fucking Tito Puente's orchestras behind the bar, just it's crazy, but that's where comedy is made great. In those kind of rooms, I think rooms with a challenge is where you fucking get it. Where you get it.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you very much.
Ooh, thank you so much. I think this is a good lead-in. If
Oh, what did you do?
If you're okay, I
What do
have
you got?
something that I would like to run by you.
Here we go.
So this is I didn't come up with this.
Is
game.
this a generation gap thing? Like, am I gonna get
No,
it?
no. This is obviously not an original game. It's just one that I wanted to play.
Oh, I love games. Let's go.
Okay.
Am I gonna lose? I only like games when I win.
Okay, so
I'm a sore loser.
this is called Who Said This to Me? Jason or a woman I was dating? Now
Okay.
the first one could go either
Should
way.
I guess or should my brother guess?
Either. Now this
Okay.
one could go either way, just like Jason.
Hey,
Got you.
Got me, dude.
All right,
Nice.
here we go.
one.
First one. Yes. Your performative insecurities are holding you back and are exhausting to be around.
Okay. My first guess is a woman.
My first guess is Jay.
No, because I don't use the word performative.
Oh.
That was a girl I dated.
Yep. She was correct.
Second one. You look like the first drummer of a band that got successful after they kicked you out.
I don't know. Because if I said that, I don't remember saying that.
It was one of the first things you ever said to me.
I'm sorry. But it's true,
we
though.
rolled up to your house for the first time. It was
right.
100 degrees. I was wearing a cutoff shirt, and I walked in, and you just went, "You look like the drummer of a band that." Yeah, exactly that.
Made it, but after you already got kicked out.
Yeah.
That's so
I think
funny.
it was like
We
the
got a guy
first
that
drummer of a
lives
band.
down the block that is that. He's a bass player from a band that he was kicked out.
What band?
Left. I
311?
can't remember. It was one of those
3 Days Grace?
spin doctory type ones.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Love that.
But,
Oh, if you
he's down the street.
have
He's
to
the
wear
bass
a beanie, make it big now. And if you want to wear a scarf, make it for sure. It's 90 degrees outside.
Wait. The Spin Doctors did 2 Princes?
Yeah.
am I
Shut the
thinking?
fuck up. They're
Wait, who am I thinking?
literally their only hit. Wait, Spin Doctors did that?
Oh, I'm thinking of the Gin Blossoms. I'm thinking of Hey Jealousy!
Yeah.
Hey Jealousy!
That was them for a second.
Oh my
he
God,
told me who
that's
they
so
were. It was
funny.
like several. He still lives there, but
It's like asking if Blues Traveler sang that. That song, their one hit.
Cause a hug brings you back.
It's called The Hook.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that.
I'm gonna put on.
What is
I'm
this
gonna put
button?
on
I wanna keep
Stained
playing the
Radio.
game.
Okay, yeah, I got a few more.
Go. Sorry.
Okay, I got a few more.
Late laughs.
Next one. You live in your head. It's unbelievable. We could spend all day together and never be more than a foot apart, but I could still feel like you're a million miles away.
That would be a woman because it's making it about her. But go ahead.
I agree.
That was a girl.
God, I'm good. Sorry about that was a very chauvinistic answer of me. Sorry, ladies, but
Yeah, I was agreeing with the answer that it was,
was
a
correct.
girl you dated. That's all.
Okay. This is it. This is the next one. You get gayer and gayer every time I see you.
me. Please, was that me?
Say Jay.
That was actually both. Both of those things have happened, both from a woman I've dated and from you.
Nice.
All right. Last one.
Not that gay's a bad thing.
No, yeah. Last one. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. You've done nothing but ruin your life and mine. I can't believe we ever got into this together. Look at you. You're astonishingly disappointing, and nothing will ever work out for you. I hope that everything you experience from here on out is pure negativity. Don't ever speak to me again.
Your mom.
That's got to be someone you dated.
That was me in the mirror this morning trying to figure out how to end this bit. Yeah, this is the first installment of Who Said It? Jason or a woman?
Jason or a woman?
Generation Gap.
Hey everybody, Jason Collings here from the Generation Gap podcast. Please make sure you continue to rate, review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you download your audio podcast. You want to look at my beautiful face and Sam's kind of? Go to our official YouTube channel at the Gen Gap Pod. That's at the Gen Gap Pod on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when a new episode is coming at you. Thank you so much, and as always, enjoy the episode.
Generation Gap.
We had a pretty good average. I had a few right.
I think you got all of them.
Did I get all of them?
Yeah.
The one that I wished I remembered was the calling you out for being the kick.
Oh, I loved
the
it.
fired
I
drummer.
absolutely loved it. Well, that was then followed up by the moment you and I became friends. Do you remember? I think I've brought it up before.
Let's talk about
We
it.
were doing the podcast, the quote-unquote podcast.
Oh yeah, in my
and-
living room.
and-
Was it in my living room at the hotel?
Yeah, living room.
Okay.
Dennison and Omri are sitting there. I'm quote-unquote producing. I'm just literally just looking at a laptop and going, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't say.
Omri's breathing was louder than anything.
Yeah. He wasn't even on mic.
I love you, Omri.
But you said, I forgot what you were talking about, but you went, what was that movie where everyone died? And then under my breath I went, Philadelphia. And you snapped your head at me and smiled, and we had this moment of like, yup.
Yep. That was and it was so quick, but just under the radar. I was like, what's that movie that everybody
It's like-
died?
That's so fulfilling. Like when you introduced me to Brett Ernst.
Yeah.
And it was just surrounded by all these people. Brent's crew were in the green room.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, you guys are doing this like the funniest stories. He's got his power stance, and then I'm just sitting.
Dude,
I dropped out of high school.
But you were so under the radar, but like kind of sniperish with everything you were saying. So this weekend that I'm headlining the Laugh Factory in San Diego, Brett Ernst is headlining the National Lampoon's Yellow Door down the street. So our second show got canceled, lack of ticket sales. How's your career going?
It was also Father's Day and a protest.
That's true. But so we were like, fuck it, let's go to hang out with Brett. And we went over to hang out with Brett Ernst. And then we just kicked it after the show in the green room and just told, me and him were just going through old Comedy Store stories and back in the day shit when we started. And, but Sam would just throw these little quips in. And then finally Brett goes,
It's the happiest moment of the last year for me.
You need to bring this dude around more. I love this guy.
That made me so happy.
That's another thing. Sam's the king of thinking he doesn't belong there, but then everybody ends up liking him. Like, he's like, why am I even here? And then I look over and he's doing jujitsu with Russell Peters in the foyer of a multi-million-dollar mansion.
Yeah, it was so nice. I laughed when we pulled up. It was funny because this has happened twice with Russell. The first time we went to his house, I went, that's the nicest
The
building.
one when he was in Encino.
Yeah, I went, that's the nicest building I've ever seen. And then we went to the Malibu house, and I was like, that's the nicest building I've ever seen.
And it's in stages, because when he came to my house, he was like, this is the nicest house I've ever seen.
Exactly. Well, my brain went, man, Jokes paid for this?
Yeah.
You need to
Not
write
my house.
more.
He's like, you could get a 1-bedroom, 3-bedroom house.
Wow, someone's living in your
1
garage?
bathroom, 3-bed.
Yeah.
I fucked that joke up. Whatever, I get laughs anyways. I'm still funny.
Because the hook brings you back.
Damn, dude. What do you got coming up? I love asking Sam this. I love asking my brother this and Sam this, because it's always not a whole lot.
My heart, I just froze. It just shot through my body. I have literally nothing.
That's not true. We got stuff coming up.
I have some open mics. I'm gonna go look at an apartment tomorrow. I'm gonna go look at 3 apartments.
Where are you
tomorrow.
looking?
It's gonna go North Hollywood, and then I forgot the third one. I think
By
the
the
West
beach?
Side. Yeah, I hope.
By the beach. That kind of stuff. When I hear you telling these stories about place hunting, house hunting, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, apartment hunting, it makes me so happy that I don't have to ever do that again.
Yeah, it's like the one that I saw today. I show up, girl opens the front door, tattered clothes. Hey.
Oh, I love this.
She just Walked me around. It's the first door on the first floor. It was like a scene out of a movie. Like a lot of LA apartments, courtyard, pool in the middle, front doors looking over the pool.
Yeah.
There's a dog chained up in the corner, barking. I was like, whatever.
Right.
First floor. And then opens it up, and the first thing that happens is cockroaches just run across the floor. And she just chases them and slams them down. Yeah, she goes, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath.
This way to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Didn't she say, "Ooh, I got to call pest control"?
Yeah, she goes, oh, I got to call the exterminator.
And then
I'll be
Sam's
right
like,
back.
"Thank you for your time, ma'am."
Yeah, okay, I'll see you. I'll see myself out.
But the place itself probably looked cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Because all these places that are getting remodeled and flipped, I always wonder though, how what's the quality? Can you throw like a baseball through the wall or some shit? You know?
Yeah, you throw me through the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, dude.
Yeah, throw my fist through the wall.
Gonna.
When I have another breakdown.
Yep. I thank God I got a house when I got it because it was when they were dirt cheap back in the early aughts.
When did you? Okay, this is great. When did you buy your house for the first? When did you buy your first house?
2010.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it 2 years after the crash. The real estate bubble burst.
My parents. I mean, shout out, guys. I make fun of you for this all the time. They short sold after their divorce in 2009 for $475. I think the house is worth 1.6 now.
Damn.
Yeah, that's Seattle, man.
We bought ours for mid threes, and I can get $55 million for it now.
$55 million.
Yeah, Southern
3
California,
bedrooms, 1 bath.
$55 million, 1 bathroom, 3 bed, 15-minute drive from the ocean. The view of my neighbor's garage,
Yeah.
stunning. No, I think I can get just under $1 million for it,
That's great. I love
here's what's fucking crazy. That's average. Like I remember when David and I were first at the age we were thinking about doing that kind of stuff because our kids were in school and and homes were like before 2008. These houses were like fucking. We were like, this is a $500,000 house, and we're like, what? That's not even doable. Now
That'd be
that's
great.
a bargain.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's a bargain.
I mean, I live with a Nazi.
Yeah.
What now?
I live with a literal Nazi.
Neato. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Jewish Hitler apologist, right wing, N-word saying, roommate, and for all of those things, sure has an Asian boyfriend.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's diverse.
Yeah, she's fun.
Very diverse. It's the definition of diversity, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works, right? Yeah, and my house, when we bought it, it tells you what it was worth in the past and stuff. And there was a time when before I bought the house at 380, I think that's what it was. It was at one point listed at almost 600. Back then.
Really?
And now then the real estate thing happened, and then everything went into the ground, and her and I jumped on it. But
And that's the one you guys are in now. Do
when
you
we're
guys
in
didn't
now.
grow up?
It's my
in
third house I lived in. So
Yeah.
my brother and I, where the studio that we're in now, is at my mom's house. My brother and I, we moved into this house in 1982, 83. Was it 82 or 83? We were 12 years old when we moved into this house, and we stayed in this house pretty much our whole lives. Yeah, but we stayed most of our preteen and teenage all the way through we stayed in this house until I moved out.
Dave's room.
Yeah, this was David's room, obviously, the
Yeah.
studio, because there's a Millennium Falcon on the wall. And a Raiders lost, and a
And a TIE
Stormtrooper
fighter.
helmet.
That's what you call those things, right? TIE fighters?
TIE fighters, dude.
Looks good in here, doesn't it?
Nerd Central. But I always thought that was a really cool thing to grow up. The house that my wife grew up in, she was like born and grew up in that. Like that's the house she lived in when she was born, all the way through her life. Where this house, I think it was our fourth. Like when we were first born, we lived in Malibu Lake, and then we lived in North Hollywood, then we lived in a house in Long Beach, and then an apartment in Long Beach, then here. All that happened before we were 12 years old. And I kind of did the same thing. My wife and I got this condo when Jonathan was just about to be born, and then we lived in a duplex, and then we moved into our first house, which we were very, very fortunate because we didn't buy it, we rented it. But a girl that my wife worked with, a coworker of hers, parents said, "Hey, we got this house that we're renting out. Tiny, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, but it was a house."
You guys had kids?
Yeah,
at the time?
we had kids when we were like in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
you're not sharing a wall with anybody. We had a backyard. We can get a dog. It was like, because we're young, we're still young. We're too young to be doing it. You know, my wife and I, when we were in our early 20s, we were living life as if we were in our 40s, raising kids, coaching Little League, you know, all that stuff. While all of my brother and all of our friends were off doing the college thing and being sing, we were like, we're having barbecue in the backyard.
Yeah,
with kids,
traveling
you know
and
what I mean?
partying. And
Right.
You guys are like, we're going to open a third karate store.
Right. So when I got the opportunity to think, oh, that's perfect. And we lived there for a while until they needed it back. And then we found a second house to rent. And we had been living in this house for about 4 years, and we were paying our rent on time every month. And next thing you know, we get a knock on the door from the bank, and they're like, yeah, this house is being foreclosed on. We're like, what? And now the guy who owned it, his buddy lived next door to us. So I went to his next door neighbor. He was so honest. He's like, bro, you shouldn't trust him. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, this guy, he was taking our rent money that we were paying on time every month. And he wasn't paying his mortgage.
Jesus.
But he was getting new custom parts for his Harley.
Yeah, of course.
He rolled up to work in a new Corvette.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So I should have a Harley and a Corvette right now. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Did he go to jail?
No, but he lost the house because you just
You go to
lose
jail.
the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about.
But the house had a custom, really nice high-end custom stove in the kitchen. Had a great chandelier in the dining room. Oh, I took them bitches.
Oh, yeah.
Those came with me, and we stayed in the house using like squatters' rights or whatever for as long as we possibly could,
Save
and was
money.
just putting our rent away every month like we were paying rent, so that by then we had money saved for a down payment on a house, which at the time was a doable. It's not doable now in Southern California unless you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason I'm in the situation that I'm in. Like, I feel very fortunate because I know that it could have gone a completely different direction.
Yeah, man, I don't know how people do that, but I think I also took a much different route. I'm like drowning in student loan debt. And
Now, how does that work? Because I never went to college. Like, do you have to pay that back? Because I feel like it's like a medical bill. hey, those ain't getting paid.
So
those ain't getting paid, dog.
I'm well now.
I'm fine.
I'm educated now.
Yes.
I got the
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yes.
Listen, I borrowed $100,000 from a bank,
Oh, that's right. You went to Yale.
and it got at Columbia. Get it right. And
It is Ivy.
yeah, it is Ivy. Oh, it's Ivy, baby.
That's right. The tattoo.
I was the dumbest, poorest person there. That's not even close to true.
$100K you borrowed?
It was $72 a year was just the tuition.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
So
then-
how did you're just like, I'll just figure it out.
Well, that was sort of the thing.
Did you live on campus?
No.
Oh my God.
I lived on campus the first year. The first year I lived in it. Well, because when I went back to school, I was 23, so they wouldn't let me live in the undergraduate dorms.
No?
because
'Cause
there would have been 17 to
Right.
22-year-olds.
Awesome.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
yeah.
No, I lived in it was 189 square feet. My efficiency studio is what they called it.
Oh my
Like
God.
on campus, and then, but yeah, I was.
So
like,
you had a studio on campus.
Yeah, it was
that-
graduate. It was graduate housing.
I don't know if it's just the magic of Hollywood, but whenever I see movies with the college stuff, I feel like that's one thing that I do regret.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I feel like I missed out on. Am I
I
wrong?
didn't do it either. I went to school. No, I didn't do that at all. I didn't go to a single party. I was working. I was like bar backing or bartending a couple nights a
See,
week.
that's the illusion. In order to have that awesome movie college experience, parties, frats, you got to come from a family with some money,
and you have to
or
go to a specific school.
very, very specific school, or get the kind of grades that you can get an academic scholarship or be incredible at a sport.
Like my school was in Manhattan. There weren't like house parties. There were like, there's like apartment stuff, and then
Yeah.
some of the like undergraduate dorms had like rec rooms. But going out to party at my school,
Yeah, that's not one of those.
was like going to the bars.
Yeah, right. It's not one of those,
Yeah.
Midwest college campuses.
No, like
with
my
the
sister.
beautiful.
Oh my! She better be cool with me saying that. Like my sister went to WSU, Washington State University, which is
Beautiful.
like beautiful, but it's party school. Like
Nice.
like a kid died from butt chugging for Loco party
Wait,
school.
what's butt chugging?
When you put it in your butt and
Why
then
would you want to do that?
yeah,
it gets
what?
you drunk immediately.
Oh, like a
What, putting alcohol
suppository.
inside of your asshole?
You've never heard of boofing?
I'll never. No,
Boofing.
I've never.
You've never
See,
heard of
this is
boofing?
where the generation gap comes in.
Oh.
What? Both me and my brother are like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Why would you want to do that?
So-
and you had the answer, bam, like that.
Immediately. No, if you ingest drugs and or alcohol into your rectal cavity, you get drunker and more intoxicated faster. It hits your blood system faster.
Why do I feel like as soon as anything goes in there, I'm just shitting? I'm gonna shit
I was like,
immediately.
you're gonna say
What? Anything goes in there, I'm just gonna bust
now
immediately.
imagine
and go,
it's a-
whoa!
yeah.
I found myself.
Now imagine it's a blue raspberry Four Loko.
Jesus
Back when they
Christ!
had caffeine. It was the first time I ever blacked out.
Yo,
How did they get it in there?
Some sort of
Like,
tube,
so
some
it's
sort of
like
apparatus, some
they
sort of
just had a
tube.
Four Loko enema.
Exactly.
wow! And
Yeah.
people now, let me ask you this. See, this is where we don't know. You crazy kids, you. Now, were you sticking that up your own ass, or were you guys helping each other out? Were you aiding?
I've never done it.
But when they do it, is somebody doing it for them?
I would imagine people are watching.
What? I see.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like
See, then I hear this and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
college.
I'm glad I didn't go to college.
yeah.
Now.
Well, also he's dead. That guy-
Probably
yeah,
from
that?
throwing
he died
shit up
in the
his
front
ass.
yard.
From that?
Yeah, and everyone thought he was just passed out. Nope, dead guy.
Now, what about that killed him? Like, did it just go in? What the fuck?
You
Did
just
it,
had alcohol poisoning because
Oh,
it hits you
okay.
so much faster.
I thought he drowned.
Dude, the
in
first time I ever
shit and
drank
beer.
that I ever blacked out was because of Four Loko. Back when they still had caffeine, I pounded as much as I could, and it wasn't
Yeah.
even like I hardly remember the night. I remember the night until my body went nope, and I fell face first.
My entire life, I've only had one, what I would consider a blackout moment, because there's things that I did that I don't remember doing, and I was told that I did
Yeah, legally.
and that was the only time. It was years and years and years and years ago. I was scheduled to have this major knee surgery, right? And I was already on Vicodin. I was taking a ton of Vicodin. I was even throwing some perky durkies up in there.
Classic.
And my buddy Carlos, who he's in the auto accessory industry, high end shit. They go to this. They do this show every year in Vegas called SEMA, and I would go and help him.
Zima?
SEMA, and I would go help him. And one year I went. We did the car show during the day, and then at night, mind you, I'm popping Vicodin because I'm in what I think is pain. It wasn't. It was just me going, I like Vicodin. And then we go to a club that night, and I'm pretty sure 4 to 5 shots of Patron
Yeah.
on Vicodin,
Bye.
right?
Good night.
And I remember walking through the lobby and having a good time, and then I wake up in the morning, and Carlos is like, "Yo, man, you got some apologizing to do." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, last night, you don't remember this?"
No.
So I had nothing but pajama pants on, and I'm running through the lobby of the Venetian, and I jump kicked a girl in her ass.
You did what now?
Did like a karate high jump kick into a girl's bottom. I don't know. I don't remember it. No,
He was drunk, dude.
I was wasted.
He was gone off the
See, now
sauce.
this story
And it
makes-
wasn't alcohol wasted. It was alcohol, painkillers, da-da-da. Because you remember when I had the problem,
Dunzo.
and then I took the NyQuil, and you guys got all pissed off because I slept
Now
for
I
24
kinda
hours
remember
straight.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember
Hey,
that. Carlos
guys.
told me about this.
Yeah.
I took a bottle of liquid hydrocodone one time. We had some fun. It was tech week of a school play. I didn't do very well.
Didn't you used to teach?
What's Tech Week?
Shut up. Shut up.
Sam
Yeah.
would tell me, I teach, what is it, college theater?
I directed high school theater for a little bit.
Why?
Because
Because
I
this is a joke.
love pussy.
And scene.
I hate that.
Really like
That's so
getting
funny.
chicks.
Man, I'm having so much fun with this damn podcast. Guys,
No,
thank
we
you.
can't end on that. Yeah.
What do you want to end on, Sam? Go ahead.
I love you so much.
I love you more,
I love
dude.
you. Thank
This
you.
is the best
This
thing
is-
ever.
This is best.
Make sure you
This is
continue
best.
to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, wherever it is that you download your audio podcast. Also, check us out on YouTube, on our official YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Mash that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. So you know when something new's coming at you. All right, guys, we will talk to you soon. See you next time. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Generation